Everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. Just finished my morning meditation and Qigong and all the stuff I've been telling you about with all these videos. And some really cool stuff is happening lately. You know, I'll just tell you, this morning let me back up a little bit. We have some rocks over there, big rocks that I cleared out the brush around quite a while ago. And Ben and Baden and all the kids that come over, they just run all over these rocks. It's like a big gym, and they're just jumping and running and running. And I usually hold Baden and walk him across, and he jumps too. And it's really cool. And you know how I don't know if you've done this. If you haven't, I would highly recommend it. Just holding on to a tree, you know. Baden likes to do that. Ben used to like to do that, where they just hold on to a tree and just feel whatever that is, that energy, that aliveness, that stuff. And quite a while ago, for some reason, we have this moss all over a lot of these rocks, and they're big, giant rocks and boulders, you know. And I just started patting one, and it was like, you would think it'd be like a hard, inanimate object, right? Like a big rock, you know, nothing there but just a big rock. But it felt alive. It felt alive. And it felt alive. And so, you know, one of the things I do, especially when it's warm enough, we've had a very cool summer. It's only 50 degrees Fahrenheit, about 10 centigrade right now in the morning. And one of the things I do in the summer is I do my Qigong, my movements, my ancient wisdom movements. I do them barefoot with my feet on the dirt. And that feels great. And there's a lot of healing just for that. You know, the earth can really help people heal. There's a lot of something there. And I had that same feeling this morning when I was on the earth and doing my healing Qigong exercises. And it just felt alive. The earth felt alive in a very interesting way, like just pure love, like alive. Kind of like, you know, when I walk by and I see Baden and I just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. I find myself just saying that. And it's this feeling, you know, and if you have kids, you know that feeling. And our loved ones of all sorts, you know, but I had that feeling and that knowingness when I had my feet on the earth, and it just felt so good and healing. You know, I just did the interview. We're going to do a bunch of interviews with Jen because she has so much information. She's been studying, and her whole life has been a big study of healing and how to be healthy and happy and whole. And she's sacrificed a lot. You know, she slept outside with me for a year. So she's gone through a lot, and we've done a lot of stuff, and she has lots of information. And so I'm going to be doing more interviews with her. But what we realized as we've been going through all this is that a lot of what we've been told about how to get healthy and how to heal and how to get over stuff like anxiety and depression and chronic injuries and illnesses and autoimmune conditions, both Jen and I had all sorts of stuff growing up. And, you know, you could say, oh, we were normal kids, but if you looked just a little deeper, you'd be like, oh my goodness, anxiety, depression, rage, teeth that had lots of cavities for me, and Jen with a lot of belly problems and constipation and pain in her belly, and me with all sorts of belly stuff going on and heart stuff. So but what we realized was there's so much of what we've been told in so many areas that aren't true. And some of it was told to us on purpose, and the people that told it were misinformed, and they were trained and given information that was not true, and the people that gave that information absolutely knew it. You know, some of the prime ones are that sugar was good, and carbohydrates were the health food, and saturated fat was the bad food for heart disease, you know, and diabetes and strokes and stuff like that. And turns out those Harvard researchers were paid off by the sugar industry, and it's all come to light now. And so we were fooled, you know, And the same with fluoride, like fluoride good for the teeth, but no, not to just drink it. And especially not the version that they put in the water that's just a waste product of the phosphate fertilizer industry. Not that. That's not true. It's never been true. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It causes all sorts of problems with bones and teeth and health. And so that's another thing that was just like not true. And the antibiotics before you go to the dentist, it turns out even the American Dental Association then reversed that after many years and said that no, it turns out that's not true. The risk of because of the antibiotics is much greater than the risk of having any bacterial infection from getting your teeth cleaned. And so that wasn't true. And if you even scratch the surface just a little on some of the stuff they're telling us nowadays and trying to mandate about vaccines and trying to force and actually putting into laws to force pharmaceutical companies to be able to inject us in with vaccines. If you look even a little, and I encourage you to look, don't trust me, don't trust Jen, go read some research and see so much of what we've been told is just not true. And so one of our jobs, I feel, for Jen and myself is to let people know, hey, look at this, read for yourself, see what you think. And because if you can clear out the stuff that's been going on that's hurting us, it's hurting you, then your body can actually heal. We're healing machines. You get a cut, it heals. So that's what we're up to. And the earth has a lot of wisdom. One of our friends is very concerned that climate change and what we're doing to the earth. I think the earth is going to be just fine. It's a matter of the people going to be here? Are humans going to be here? And what we're doing these days with some of the stuff that's being done with the vaccines is it's kind of concerning, because 54% of the kids now, if they were born before 1989 or after 1989, 54% of them have a chronic disease now, neurological or gastrointestinal or autoimmune. They're on a lot of meds. It's kind of weird. And 1 in 36 kids have autism now, up from 1 in 10,000 just a few decades ago. So we're losing in so many ways. But I think what's happening is this information now is coming to light. The information of like, oh, we haven't been told the truth. That's all it is. We've been, and it seems incredible, like ludicrous even to consider that. Why would the government and the CDC and the HHS and the NIH and all of the news outlets and all these doctors tell us stuff that's not true? It doesn't make sense, right? Like, are they really trying to hurt people? I don't know. But if you can read for yourself, and that's what a lot of our stuff is from Jen and I, our stuff is to help you know to go look. My friend Kim Burnham once told me, I was like, well, I should probably get a colonoscopy and I'm going to be 50 years old. This was years ago. And she goes, really? How do you know? And so I started looking at the research, the actual scientific research, and I made up my decision based on that. And so Jen and I feel that our bodies and the earth and nature, our bodies are healing machines, and it has a lot of internal wisdom. And the trick is to find out what your body's protecting you from, what's going on in your body. If you're dealing with an issue, why is it not doing really, really well, on whether it's anxiety or depression or some sort of health challenge or just life not going well, in all sorts of ways, what's going on? And the more people can find how to clear away the stuff that's just not true, I feel everybody starts to heal. And connecting to the earth is one really good way. And I highly encourage you to look into some of that stuff that we're using, the Qigong and some of this ancient wisdom that we're using. And so that was what was part of the inspiration when I came up with 30 sessions in 30 days, which was I realized, wow, to help people really get over anxiety, what I did was I got lots of treatment. And so I set that up so that people get a lot of treatment for not a lot of money, just a time commitment of about a month. So I'll put links about that in here, ralphhavens.com/end anxiety forever. And you can check out some cool stuff, some cool training, some cool free stuff. And in there, there's a lot of this stuff of what's the truth, you know, what's not, we found that it wasn't true. And so that people can clear that and start to get some healing going on for themselves, you know. And it's not like we heal anybody. It's that, but if you quit hurting yourself, you can heal. And so that's our hope. And I'm going to be doing more interviews with Jen. So look for those on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and click subscribe and click the little bell icon to be alerted when we release our videos. And if you're interested in more of this type of stuff, go ahead and click the link. I'll put it up here somewhere or down in the bottom, and join us. So anyway, I had a great experience today doing some of the stuff that I do and some of the stuff I show my one-on-one clients, and it's also in the 30 sessions in 30 days. And I felt a real connection to the earth. And so for us right now, you can just take that, feel above your head, feel below your feet. Let go of all distracting thoughts. Feel your body inwardly. And notice what you notice. And you can notice where you're drawn to and where you find your truth. And you can just take your attention way below the feet into the earth. All right, everybody. So I wasn't quite sure what to say. I had such a great experience this morning, and I just wanted to get that to you in some way. So let me know what you noticed with this video, and I will see you all tomorrow.